Okay, so I'm doing the July monthly because a lot of you can't find it. And I think you just want to see my face. All right, so July started. You could have gone on the radio page, Shades of Salwa, and clicked on the 5th, which it has so much more information than this does. But here we are. Okay, Wednesday the 7th is when it started at 5:07 a.m. Yes. Now, the north is where you put your bells for the month, and the west is where you put your coins for the month. There's other things happening around. So in the west, being ill health, that will be the west of Australia, the west of Victoria, the west of the world, etc. And the difficulty and obstacles in the north will be the north again of Victoria, the north of Australia, north of the world, etc. But there's something else happening in the east. The east is become the broken army, and the southwest has become legal and authority issues. So those two places, because there are these energies that are quite strong, is whatever somebody at the top is doing, they're going to be uncovered. So east is kind of like Sydney, southwest would then be that way. Work it out. Okay, so yeah, that means there'll be a lot of issues with authority, meaning you'll be told lockdown and you don't listen. So why are we copying it? That's a different story, because we are for the whole year we are in what's called the southeast. We are basically difficulty, obstacles, destruction for the whole year. And then whoever's at the top for Victoria is up there without a paddle, and double that, not everybody's in a good home, and we feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I want to have a big saying, but not right now. Anyway, okay, so in the center though of this, there is what we call the fire element for the month, and that fire element is aggravating those at the top, so in that center, and it's aggravating difficulty and obstacles. So there's a lot happening all over the world, and it's authority problems, it's broken armies, it's fire, it's water, the whole lot. There's, it's just everywhere. And this month there's no difference. So with the month, you'll see on the calendar that, you can't spell challenge without change. And this is that month. And if you're going to rise to the challenge, okay, then you've got to be prepared to change. So are you prepared to change? No. This is why the universe then deals us another 5th lockdown. So yes, there are more lockdowns. And when I say them, I'm not making this up, and I'm not, seeing it or downloading it. I'm looking at whoever's in charge and what their chart is saying, hence a penalty this month. So with that July, there's yin wood and there's yin earth. So the yin wood element on top is very, very flexible, and the earth is a goat. So the goat thinks the pastures are greener on the other side of the fence. And by nature, that wood is controlling the earth. It's keeping it together. So the flexible thing is keeping this earth together, but not enough of it. Okay, the yin wood by nature that's on the top is the liver and the neck. So the liver is your anger and frustration this month. It's conflict, it's quarreling, and you're going to see a lot of that. And the neck is, what helps your head turn. So you're walking around with blinkers. That's what this means. And the lockdown is blinkers, yes. The goat is the stomach and the back. So the stomach, there will be issues with that. And the back is get a spine, that kind of thing. It's you're not supported because we're in lockdown again, that type of thing. In the circle of life, that yin wood is in harmony with anybody that is yang metal. There is harmony there for you, and it produces more metal. So very social kind of a thing. Even though we're in lockdown, you find a way. The goat harmonizes with the horse. The horse is every single day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that harmony is fantastic because when they combine, they make fire. The goat is a catalyst and peacemaker, and the goat's motto is "I love." Okay, so with what we're trying to say here is the goat, in other words, takes an enormous workload. Media, anyone, wood is like media, writers, artists, all of that. They're all in trouble because that goat is actually the grave. So there's endings of this. Confrontations, criticism, caring, loving, spiritual. What else did I say about it? It's unassuming. Okay, so, and that is actually what you're going to be breathing the whole month. Although it's not as, the goat is not as thick-skinned as other animals, it still has that coping skills, all right? So you find a way to cope, etc., and you just do, okay? What else was I going to say? The goat, the pig, and the rabbit this month. So if you have a pig and if you have a rabbit, that goat harmonizes with you. What is made here is more wood. So check what wood is for you. So those three, the goat, the pig, and the goat, they're the catalysts. Now, for those that are not sure what I'm talking about, it's like having a battery and it's not going to work unless the two join, that sort of thing. So as the month is a wood goat, not earth, metal, whatever, so that wood then makes fair play, creativity, a loving nature, and it is about nature. So I would have said start your own worm farm if you have to, that kind of thing, all right? What this relates to in Western is the crab, Cancer. So July is grass is greener on the other side, and in a Western type of thing, it's Cancer, the crab. Now, there is conflict here as well. So that wood is going to conflict with yin metal. So those that are yin metal, you've got challenges happening and it's your money. It is coming to you, but with challenges. The goat and the ox, yep, one is on its way somewhere else and the other is working his ass off, that kind of thing. So because they are both endings, the year and the month are endings, this is endings of relationships, travel, creativity, movement, and so on. That's what's actually going to happen. It's really saying to you, finish off things because there's going to be another kapow. And we had the kapow happen this week. Okay. The wood is a man for earth women, whether you are yin or yang, if you're looking. The wood is a woman for a metal man, yin or yang. The earth is a man for a water woman, and the earth is also a woman for a wood man. Cool. Yeah. Doesn't mean they're going to come knocking. And I know we're in lockdown, etc., but you'll find a way. The universe will find a way. You have a dog, walk your dog, something like that. You have kids, walk the kids. Anyway, challenging days in July were the 4th, the 13th, and that 13th was basically on last Tuesday. Where else are we? 16th, which was Friday. It was the first day of lockdown, which was an ox day. It's what the year is. But it was said on the Thursday, which was another effing rat. 25th, 28th, and then the 3rd of August, because August doesn't actually come in until the 7th. Got it? All right, so the most challenging hours in July is really you're asleep when this is challenging, which is 1 to 3 a.m. Unless you're working, then yeah, okay. You're a night shift worker. So check what wood is for you. Check what earth is for you, because that's what this is all about. And, sorry, I have to check. Oh, it's all right. Okay, so because the month brings that auspiciousness as well, it is about endings, and endings meaning the end of things as it finishes things off. Okay, so before I tell you what each element is, okay, so for a monkey, the monkey's not bored, it's amused by the goat this month. You can be just as foolish as the goat, and this is an unpredictable month for monkeys. If you sit on a rooster in the day, your ego is bigger than the goat's ego. It is very difficult month for you. You're criticized by the goat, so the month brings people to criticize you. And if you want the limelight, so, keep a low profile, because the goat's already gone up that damn wall to the other side. It's taken over the wall, basically, and you're a rooster on a fence. The dog, if you sit on a dog, there's no sympathy, because you're going to be ignored, because the month is then a goat, the year is an ox, and the dog, the three are basically Homer, and that's why we're in this lockdown. So you can't beat them, join them type of thing. You have to get involved though this month, because you've got to dig things up. The thing is, the goat doesn't give a hoot, so it throws you another bone and you've got to work really hard. So it's about you're coming out to help, basically, okay? Or no one's coming out, you have to come out to help. For pigs, if you sit on a pig, both of you are self-indulgent. The pig and the goat get along together, they appreciate each other, they are lucky, they just don't become, if they become too cocky, then it gets out of whack. For the rat this month, there's a third party butting into your whole business. And if you sit on this rat, that's your house of spouse, obviously. So you won't be sticking around this month. It's like a month of reckoning, like last year, right? Okay, if you sit on an ox, you have so many lessons to be learned this month. So heed as you're challenged. What's after that one? Heed, because you're going to be challenged the whole month. So it finishes the 7th of August. The tiger, if you sit on a tiger, very unstable. There are so many changes. There's ups, there's downs. And plans, forget about them. Plans that you're going to travel or go somewhere, not going to happen. The goat makes things stop you. So you're trying to step out because you sit on a travel start, it's not going to happen. The rabbit, people people come to see and meet. You've got plenty because the goat is very harmonious with you. So you're very popular, you're shaking, you're moving, even though you're very tiny as a rabbit, but appreciated in a month of the goat. For a dragon, it's not an issue with the month of the goat. You've got to basically use your imagination this month, okay? It's a carefree month where you can be content at the same time, okay? For those that sit on a snake, it's a very auspicious month. It brings out your flair, it brings out your talents, your skills in that way. The month actually persuades you and opens the doors for you. So don't be surprised if you change jobs in that sense, okay? For the horse, it's security, stability, everything is easier for you this month because the horse and the goat are soulmates at the same time. So finding a way to do whatever you want to do, it's going to happen for you this month. The year has been challenging for you, yes. What am I up to? Goat. So if you're a goat and the month is a goat, it's kind of a very honourable thing to goats. They have this generous soul type of thing. Very artistic, of course, goats are. And because it's wood on top, it is already artistic. But the two together, if you sit on a goat, very, very susceptible to stress. It complicates things, and there's no staying power for a goat. So if you're a goat and the month is a goat, it's like, oh, gotta go, gotta piss off somewhere. Yeah, fight a battle or win a war, whatever. It's like a drip. Think of it this way, like a dripping tap, and that, yeah, that sort of thing. And I did say on radio that the goat wrote the book for believable excuses for delays. That's the month. You have to basically wrench things from others, and it's like fake it till you make it. That's what it's all about. All right, so that's that. Now, for those people that are wood elementally, it's about family, friends, colleagues, people like you. So it's very social. It's still social for wood somehow. I don't know how. And the earth underneath it is cash. So people like you all want a bit of that. So just don't tell them. Yeah. Water, you're shining. That wood is your expression. It's your talent. It's your skills. It's dance, dance, dance sort of thing. But the earth brings some pressure. Okay, so be aware of that. So you're shining because there's pressure. So that shining can also be a promotion. It can be a pay rise. It can be any of that. When you shine, it makes money. So that's why I'm saying that. Metal, for metal people, the wood on top is money. That money then sits on a storage. So the storage means it's your storage of money, and because there's money above it, it seals it. So if you are yang or yin metal, it is your storage and it is money. Okay, and there's also the money to learn new things. This money can be anything. It can be a bonus. It can be tax. It can be inheritance. It can be lottery. Which reminds me, I've got to get a ticket. Anyway, earth people, the wood is a little bit of pressure on you. It's flexible pressure. So it's not like, whoa, can't handle it. So it's that kind of pressure, and it's from family, it's brothers, siblings, family, friends, colleagues, everybody like you. They're all putting the pressure on you. It's like, can you pick up milk? Can you pick up so-and-so? Can you do this? Can you do this? Learn to say no, Earth. It's about time you learn to say no. Fire people, you have so many ideas. And you're actually going to try and put all those ideas out there. Okay? So, yeah, whether it works or not, I don't know. So, all of this depends on where you actually sleep, where you sit, what is at your front door, etc. So, it's time you had a consult. Okay? Thank you to everybody that has sent me about buildings that they say they're feng shui, etc. And yeah, they're leaking, roofs have come off, all of that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's another live. All right. Enjoy the rest of the month in lockdown. And yes, we are having more lockdowns because he's up Schitt's Creek. Maybe I have to do one for that. All right.